and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. On today's program, we will learn all about the upcoming 'Tis the Season holiday concert by the Quincy Symphony Orchestra. The president and conductor are here. First, though, we check out the weather and the news for you this morning. Currently in Quincy, some sunshine out there, a few high, thin clouds. It's 48 degrees right now. Temperatures will top off in the lower 50s this afternoon with mostly sunny skies. Seasonal tonight, temperatures will dip to about 40 under clear skies. Even nicer tomorrow. Sunshine at the high tomorrow in the mid, maybe even the upper 50s. Wednesday, we've got some showers rolling in mostly in the afternoon, still pretty mild with highs Wednesday into the lower 50s. And then for Thanksgiving Day this year, going to be a bright but a blustery one, pretty brisk with highs Thursday only around 50, but that'll come later in the day. The morning football games will be rather chilly, and the outlook for Black Friday right now looks pretty good too. Again, 48 with sunshine in Quincy right now. In the news today, the nation's largest Asian supermarket chain will open its first New England location at the former Big Y store on Hancock Street in North Quincy. The California-based 99 Ranch expects to open up in January. The company says it offers foods from all parts of Asia and beyond and looks forward to bringing that experience to Quincy. The store will be located right next to the Boston-based Asian supermarket C-Mart. It'll be close to a third Asian grocery store as well. The Big Y closed back in August after only 3 years in business, claiming they'd failed to reach agreement on a new lease. Big Y had hoped to find a new location in the Quincy area. The site was formerly a Hannaford's, before that a Shaw's supermarket. 99 Ranch says it's now hiring for its new Quincy location. They have over 50 stores nationwide. Well, now that the Quincy City Council has approved the creation of a special education learning center, Mayor Thomas Koch says it's time to get the community involved in the process.
Oh, there'll be a number of meetings, both generally with the school population, but then individual families are going to be invited in, and parents invited in. It's quite a process. Of course, under the law, we have what's called the QPAC, which is a citywide parent group that represents the special needs parents of our school system that meet on a regular basis. And under the law, they have some say. So they've already been engaged, certainly with the superintendent. Superintendent and his team do an incredible job. There's nothing to hide here. So we want their opinions, we want their suggestions, their comments, their thoughts, and certainly following the code and the standard of what the state sets forth. I think it's going to just be an incredible, outstanding, state-of-the-art facility that's going to serve our kids very, very well.
City will buy that building at 180 Old Colony Avenue from Eastern Nazarene College for $6.8 million. And then make $1.7 million in renovations to create a special education learning center for students with autism and other special learning needs. The mayor estimates that the new center will save the city $350,000 per year by keeping special needs students in the city. He says the new center should be open by the summer of 2021. Well, donations continue to pour in to help the victims of Friday's 3-alarm house fire out on Howes Neck here in Quincy. More than $10,000 has already been raised to assist the 9 people left homeless after this fire on Winthrop Street. The blaze broke out on the second floor of the 3-story home, and officials say the house is a total loss. One man was treated for burns to his hands, and officials say a battery being charged in the house may have sparked that fire. High winds also made fighting the blaze difficult, and at one point, officials said ammunition in the home began going off. The Good Neighbor Energy Fund is gearing up for another busy winter season of providing financial assistance to help people pay their heating bills. During a recent event celebrating the fund's 35-year history, recipient Catherine Allen from North Attleboro said the fund helped her after she ran into financial difficulty following the death of her husband.
I heard about the Good Neighbor Energy Fund through information that came with my electric bill and appreciated that the fund's application process was quick and much easier than I had anticipated. I was so relieved to receive the help I needed to pay my utility bill and get through a difficult time. The fund was literally the only resource for me in my time of need. So my sincere thanks to the fund, the sponsoring energy companies, and the Salvation Army for the assistance you gave me and all you do to help others in our community. Thank you.
Good Neighbor Energy Fund is available to any Massachusetts resident who can't pay their heating bill if their income falls between 60 and 80% of the state's median income. It is funded by donations to local utility companies. Now that you are up to date with weather and news, let's check out our programming lineup for you for later on today here on Quincy Access Television. It'll start with a replay of this program currently in Quincy at 5 o'clock. After that at 6, Stop Healthcare Violence.
My name is Sheila Wilson. I am a registered nurse and I'm president of Stop Healthcare Violence.
A new QNQ Sports Desk at 6:30, a preview of the Thanksgiving Day football game. Eye on Quincy tonight at 7 on Channel 8. Then at 8 o'clock, it's Thanksgiving football from 2009.
Yeah, squib kick is fielded by Quincy at their own 37-yard line. Fielded by
Democracy Now! Tonight at 11 on Channel 8. And at midnight and at the library concert, tonight it's Masataka Yamamoto. Check out Channel 9 every day. Learn about Quincy City Department's different committee activities. We'll start at 5:30 with Quincy in Focus. Crime Watch at 6 p.m. with Lieutenant Stan Minton. Tonight's topic, holiday safety. FYI from the Quincy Health Department at 6:30. You learn about GMOs. A new State View at 7 o'clock with State Representative Tacky Chand of Quincy. That full presentation on the Good Neighbor Energy Fund on a media advisory at 7:30. 8 o'clock on Channel 9, this year's Veterans Day Parade and Ceremony. And then at 9 o'clock, a salute to veterans kickoff events that were held at the State House. And Quincy honors the Sons of the American Legion tonight at 9:45 p.m. Get a complete program schedule over on our website, which is qatv.org. Just click on Program Schedule. Don't forget, too, to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and see our weekly ad in the Quincy Sun. Coming up, we take a look at a few of the current events and activities we're showing on our electronic bulletin board on Channel 8 for your information. Please stay with us. We're back with you in just 1 minute. Welcome back. Here is a check of some of the current events and activities we're showing on our electronic bulletin board on Channel 8 for you to know about. This coming Saturday is Fair Saturday all around the world and here in Quincy. There'll be music, entertainment, and art displays, all part of the celebration of arts and culture. A full list of all the free events is posted on the city's website, or you can go to fairsaturday.org for all the information. Quincy Chamber of Commerce Winter Market will open for the season this Friday at 1469 Hancock Street in Quincy Center. There'll be local artisans and vendors having their crafts for sale Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, plus 2 Sundays right through December 22nd. You should go to thequincychamber.com for more information. Dove Domestic Violence Ended of Quincy is searching for angels to adopt a family from their shelter for the holidays. You can email developments@dovema.org for more information. And don't forget the annual Quincy Christmas Parade's coming up on Sunday, December 1st at 12:30. Parade steps off at Hancock Street and the Hannon Parkway makes its way to North Quincy High School. And of course, once again, you can watch the parade live right here on Quincy Access Television beginning Sunday at 1 p.m. And if you have an event or activity you would like to promote, visit our website, qatv.org. Just download a bulletin board request form. Fill it out and send it in. We'll get your message up here on Channel 8 too. Coming up, we get all the details about this year's 'Tis the Season Symphony and Song Concert by the Quincy Symphony Orchestra. Next. Welcome back. What has become an annual holiday tradition here in Quincy, of course, is the Quincy Symphony Orchestra's 'Tis the Season concert. It's coming up this year on Wednesday, December 4th at Quincy High School at 7 p.m. So President Brian Hickox and conductor Yoichi Utagawa have stopped on by to give us a little preview. Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Good to see you, Joe.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes, it's hard to believe that we're just talking about it. They are upon us already. Here we are talking about the 'Tis the Season concert. This is, Brian, the only concert the symphony does that actually charges.
Well, yes, this
Yeah.
one's associated with the Quincy Public Schools.
Right.
And to that end, the town and the Quincy, the city and the schools more or less run what goes on, and we're the invited guests, and we very much appreciate it this time.
Yeah. Well, there's no other symphony in the city, so they have no choice.
You know, and we have to say that we haven't played any Christmas music before Thanksgiving yet for the public, so
Yeah.
we're looking forward to this performance after Thanksgiving.
It's already on the radio, though.
Yeah,
of
it's a little
course.
much.
Yeah. As I mentioned, December 4th, so it's just a week from Wednesday, actually. Is this typically about when this concert is held?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
this is and we do it. Since the school kids sometimes often come.
Yep.
We start a little bit earlier at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we try to end, of course, earlier because it is a school. It is a school night.
That's true,
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's a kind of extravaganza. It's all the funds go to support the music program in the Quincy Public
Yes,
Schools.
yes.
And in addition to the Quincy Symphony performing, we're going to have students of the John Adams Orchestra, which is a student orchestra made up of string players in the Quincy Public Schools, and the combined choirs of the Quincy High Schools. And then also the teachers are going to do a number
Right.
with the Quincy Symphony. So it's one of our favorite concerts.
Is it really?
It really is,
Yeah.
because there's just nothing like having the young energy come and join us of all these kids, and they're very enthusiastic and kind of reminds us all when we were younger. And
Yeah.
Well, it's true,
Yeah,
when we
you
talk
know,
about the teachers too, watching the faces of the students in the audience
Yep.
to see their music teachers performing on their instruments rather
Sure.
than being in classroom or teaching them to
Sure.
play their instrument.
Yeah.
They're actually performing for the kids. They
Yeah.
call themselves the Merry Minstrels.
yeah, the Merry
Okay.
Minstrels.
I
And
wonder if there's more pressure on the teachers, too, to say, oh, boy, I better do good, or otherwise these students are not going to respect me in class tomorrow,
well, it's good. It's good for all of us.
Yeah.
Puts us all all on our best behavior. I
Yeah.
think.
So, but it's also levels the playing field, too, when it comes down to music, right? It's
Yeah.
like you have that common shared interest, too.
Absolutely.
Well, whether one is a student and practicing,
Yeah.
or a teacher and practicing
Yeah.
for this particular event, or even the superintendent of schools.
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Chris.
D.
Dr.
Cristofaro, yeah,
Yes.
and he's going to be performing with us too.
Okay.
Every year, he's quite the performer. Actually,
Okay.
most years we've had him. I hope I'm not giving it away. He's conducted the encore.
Yes.
The very famous sleigh ride. Dun 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 dun.
Leroy Anderson, right?
Yeah, Leroy
Yeah.
Anderson. He's a real ham. He's great. The orchestra loves it. The audience
Sure.
goes wild. But this year he's going to hang up the baton and he's going to narrate "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Oh, okay.
Along with the orchestra, and we
Didn't know
actually
that.
had a rehearsal with him the other night, and he was great.
Oh, very
And,
good.
He's a quick study.
Okay.
Very quick study. I mean,
I know the
bam.
mayor has done that in the past.
Yes,
and
and
some other folks too. Okay, very good. That's something to look forward to. Every student will want to see that.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
And he may be practicing right now. So.
Well,
Speaking of sleigh ride,
Yeah.
when I was studying trumpet as a young student, I never thought that I'd have to practice being a horse
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, to make the
'cause-
sound effect.
on the sleigh ride whinny.
right, exactly. People who come to a performance will see that. I mean, they may have only heard that song,
Yeah.
on the radio or on records, and never really understood that that's an actual person has to create that. You don't bring a horse in into the concert hall to see that happen. You know, so and I think you will, Brian, as a musician yourself and a member of the symphony since its inception, practically, you're always learning, right? When you're a musician.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
And
So-
always honing your craft.
And it's fun to sit side by side with the Quincy Adams Orchestra.
Yeah.
They're very well rehearsed,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in, they're ready to play, and it's fun for young and old to be side by side
Yeah,
performing.
I would think, yeah, I would think so. Have you seen the music programs in the public schools kind of, you know, grow over the years?
Well, you know, it's interesting. You know, going way back, there was a reduction of the programs in public schools
Yes.
when Proposition 2.5 went through
Certainly.
here. What was that? The early 80s.
Yep, exactly.
In Massachusetts, and so funding for a lot of police departments, sports programs, fire departments, music education was cut back. But we've seen that many towns and cities are recognizing the value of music education as well as the diverse parts of education. It's not just reading, writing, and arithmetic
Yeah.
anymore. And so we've seen that happen, but certainly not yet enough support.
Yeah, we're familiar with the STEM curriculum, right? The science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yes.
But some schools are adopting STEAM and adding an A for arts.
Oh,
you know, and
fantastic.
really considering that part of the core curriculum because it has equal value.
Well, you know, it's not, we just don't run our societies in one category or another. So the diversity and the breadth of that education is critical.
Yeah, there is, I'm sure you're very well aware, discussion in Quincy right now of bringing some type of an cultural arts center to the city. Performing arts would be part of that, and I'm sure the symphony will be part of that.
Yes, we're already involved in some of those preliminary discussions and very much looking forward to the outcomes.
Sure. In the immediate future, even before 'tis the season, this coming Saturday's Fair Saturday, you might be familiar with. I know the symphony is playing a part in that as well.
Yes, we've broken that into a smaller
Yeah.
group that will be participating in that. Our program for the annual season was already quite booked for
Sure.
the entire symphony. So, but we have some great smaller groups that break off from the Quincy Symphony itself.
Fantastic. You know, it's nice to see the symphony getting involved in the community. It's a community orchestra. Many of the members live in Quincy, so to be part of that, you know, we saw that with the dedication of the Hancock Adams Green performance with the Quincy Choral Society.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so you're
That
really
was fabulous. That
branching
was-
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this year's 'Tis the Season Yoichi. What does that night look like?
Well, so as mentioned, you know, we'll do, the Quincy Symphony itself will do well-known holiday selections, including a Christmas festival by Leroy Anderson.
Okay.
We're doing a Hanukkah piece, all kinds of other things. But the highlight,
Yes.
I think, for us is to work with the aforementioned students.
Yeah.
It's always a great, you know, when we play by ourselves, the orchestra has a certain sound, and then when on the second half of the program, we play with the John Adams Orchestra, and so we add the strings. It's a string orchestra, and it really changes the sound of the
Really?
orchestra, and it's very noticeable.
Okay.
And it's all, I think, even the audience, every year that we've ever done it, it's because it just becomes richer, you know, more full. And so that's, they're doing a couple of numbers. They're actually doing a non-Christmas piece. They're doing a finale from the Beethoven Fifth Symphony,
Oh.
which it's an arrangement,
Okay.
but we enjoy. We're as you know, classical musicians, we kind of get a kick out of playing something like that during the holidays.
Okay.
And then they're doing a Charlie Brown Christmas thing.
Oh,
and
yes.
Then an arrangement that Michael DeMarco, who's the band
Yep.
director, did for the Merry Minstrels, which are an ensemble of the Quincy Public Schools music teachers.
Okay.
And they're kind of highlighted as soloists.
Okay.
And Michael did an arrangement for us to play to back them up.
Oh, all right.
And it's a great arrangement.
Yeah.
Michael's very creative, a very talented guy.
Yes.
And then the combined choruses under Timothy Crew are going to do a couple numbers by themselves and one with the orchestra.
Oh, okay.
And then the concert ends with a sing-along. And I mentioned also that, you know, Dr. D. Cristofaro
Yes.
is going to do a narration. So we kind of throw the whole kitchen
Yeah, it
sink
really
in
sounds
there.
like it. How long is
it's
how long
fun.
is the show?
Max 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
So we start at 7. There'll
Yeah.
be an intermission in between, and we always try to finish a few minutes before 9.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, depending on announcements, stuff like that, the time can shift a little bit.
Okay.
But we will be done by 9 o'clock.
Very nice. And I want to remind folks, too, if they can't attend, once again this year, Quincy Access Television will be helping to video the performance and showing it here on the channel throughout the holidays as well.
Yeah.
Some of the students actually in the TV production class at the high schools help us with that.
Oh, great!
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's a little behind-the-scenes activity also
oh, great.
for students to get involved. So
and they came and interviewed some of us.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
a week ago or something like
Oh,
that.
all right.
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And we're always trying to, well, hope we don't say anything stupid.
I'm sure you did.
And make sure you cut out the bad parts, where we're stuttering. And
there is a dinner before the concert that evening that the kids in the culinary arts program at Quincy High School put on, and those are advanced tickets that have to be purchased by tomorrow, actually, because there's only room for 90 guests in the President's Cafe at the high school. But those are available at the high school, and those are $40. That includes dinner and the performance and the concert.
And I understand year in and year out that's so well received.
Oh, yeah.
The students do a great job on that. And there you go, again, with the expansion of the diversity of educational subjects.
Right, getting the culinary arts program
absolutely.
involved. It's an art as well, right?
Absolutely.
Preparation of food.
So if there are still tickets available,
get them quick. Get them quick. Yeah. But the general admission for the concert alone is $20. That'll be, you pay that right at the door. And as you mentioned, Yuichi, that all goes right to the music programs on the Quincy Public Schools, which is great.
yeah, we're so thrilled to be a part of that. And again, it's been a great collaboration.
Yeah, I
over
would
the years.
think. Yeah, I would think so. Have you seen? I mean, have you seen kids from the schools come into the symphony? You have, Yuichi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, into the symphony.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
We have, and we have a very good relationship with the music teachers in the Quincy Public Schools, and I mean those are unsung heroes, really, in our eyes. And the hope is that one day when we're gone, they will be running the Quincy Symphony.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a passing the baton.
Maybe we'll be in the audience singing
we'll
along.
be.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to be in the Quincy Symphony.
So there are still, Brian, 3 more concerts after this one that we're talking about, right?
Yes, we've got the classical concert number 2, classical concert number 3, and then we have
Family concert, right?
the family
Yeah.
concert.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we also have the
Flag Day concert.
although it's
right.
not on Flag Day.
Yeah, it'll be in late June.
Okay.
And we've been discussing that with the town and
Wow.
Maricopa. So it's we're looking forward to that too.
Yeah, so really expanding your appearances
The
here in
entire
city.
schedule is located on the website,
Yes.
QuincySymphonyOrchestra.org.
Yes.
And the complete access. Jot us off a note there too if you'd like to.
Okay.
Even consider joining our ranks, donating, supporting
Becoming
the
a
orchestra.
supporter. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
the information's right there,
Okay.
QuincySymphonyOrchestra.org.
The instrument petting zoo has been hugely popular after each performance. Is that going to happen after this "Tis the Season," Brian? or-
It will be in the family concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We did at the Adams Field.
Yes.
Yes.
For Arts Fest,
Yep.
and we'll repeat that again at the family concert.
Okay, but not this "Tis the Season" concert.
Yeah.
This is strictly
That's right.
Strictly
Yeah,
the
and it's a-
holidays.
and it's a school night too. So I
Yeah.
think the notion is that we want to get the kids and their parents at home at a reasonable hour.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Otherwise, the next day will be chaos at school.
And you might not be welcomed back.
Exactly.
No, I'm sure that's not true.
The family concert's done in the afternoon, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit more family
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah.
Young families,
Yeah.
especially.
Now, is this going to be the full orchestra, Brian, for
Yes.
"Tis the Season"? It is.
It absolutely is.
Oh, yeah.
So when you put the orchestra, you put the John Adams Orchestra, and the choral groups all on the stage, how many people are we talking about here?
It's crowded.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably reaches 80 to 100 people
Wow.
when it all said and done.
Okay.
But like the chorus, they typically, because we can't all fit on
Okay,
stage,
all right.
they often are on risers
Yes.
in front of us.
Yep.
Instead of behind us, because
Yep.
there's just not enough room.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a nice problem to have.
Yeah. I hope you have a great performance once again this year, and thank you both for coming by to tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joe.
Well,
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy
holidays to
holidays
you.
and happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, thank you very much. Just enough time to recap the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Pretty nice out there. Sun, just a few clouds. Temperatures in the low 50s this afternoon. Down to about 40 tonight under clear skies. Even nicer tomorrow into the upper 50s. Maybe some places touching 60 with abundant sunshine. Look out for some rain moving in here on Wednesday afternoon. Still pretty mild, though, in the low 50s. And then Thanksgiving Day itself, sunshine, but brisk and breezy. The high right around 49. Thanks again to Brian Hickox and Yoichi Utagawa for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. We're off on Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday. We're here next Monday with Jeff Bertman from Rogers Jewelry on another edition of Currently in Quincy.